Hi! This instructional video is about finding the volume of cones. Cones! Cones! Cones. I don't see the humor in that, huh? So, real quick of where the cones coming from. Cones are actually coming from cylinders. There was an instructional video about cylinders where we said the volume of a cylinder is base times height, the capital base. The base, in fact, on this one is a circle, so we substitute the base with pi r squared times the height. That's how we find the volume of a cylinder. A cone is when you take the center of that top circle and connect a diagonal line to every part of the circumference of the base, and thus becomes a cone inside. See that? That's a cone. And it turns out the cone is actually 1/3 of the entire volume of a cylinder. What is being discarded or chipped away to build a cone is 2/3 of the material. So to find the volume of a cone, the formula is actually the same as the cylinder, except it's just 1/3 of the capital times the height. Capital B, that is. And so if I change the base into a circular base, it is 1/3 pi r squared times height. And this is what we're going to use today to find the volume of these cones. So, on number 1, let me demonstrate, and you could try numbers 2 and 3. So number 1, we have a cone with a radius of 12 millimeters and the height of 18 millimeters. So the volume is 1/3 base times height. And what is the base? What is the shape in which this cone is sitting on? It's a circle. So we're going to change the base into area of a circle, which is pi r squared, times the height of that cone. And let's go and substitute the variables with the known numbers. So that's 1/3 times pi is generally, for this course, 3.14. The radius is given as 12 millimeters. And we're going to square that times the height, which is 18 millimeters. Let's go and evaluate the square first. 12 times 12 is 144. Millimeter times another millimeter becomes millimeter squared. Times the height of the cone, which is 18 millimeters. Times the pi, which is 3.14. And we're going to take 1/3 of the whole thing. So now let's go ahead and evaluate all the numbers in the parentheses using a calculator. So that's 3.14 times 144, the radius squared, times the height of the cone, which is 18. That's going to be 8,138.88 millimeters squared times another millimeter is millimeter cubed. Volumes are measured with cubes. And we're going to take 1/3 of that. So we're going to take that number divided by the denominator 3. And we get 2,712.96 millimeter cubed. There is your volume. Is that right? Okay, now why don't you try numbers 2 and 3? All right, so number 2. Once again, the formula is volume equals 1/3 times capital B times the height. So that's 1/3, and the base is a circle. So you should say pi r squared times the height is the actual full extended formula for volume. So now we could go and substitute all the numbers for the variables. So we got 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius this time is a tiny little 3 centimeters. And we're going to square that. And the height is just a little bigger, 4 centimeters. Let's evaluate the square first. So we got 3.14 times 3 centimeter times another 3 centimeter is 9 centimeters squared times the height, which is 4 centimeters. And let's go and multiply everything across except the quotient 1/3. So we get 3.14 times 9 times 4 equals 113.04. 113.04 centimeter. How many total? 3. So it's cubed. And we're going to take 1/3 of that, multiply 1/3, or divide by 3. I get 37.68. 37.68 centimeter cubed. That's the total volume of that cone. And the third one? I could wait. All right, here we go. So volume equals 1/3 capital B times H. Once again, it's 1/3 times the B is a circle, which is the area, for pi r squared, times the height. Now we could go and substitute all the variables with no numbers. So we got 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius is 9 meters. That's huge. So 9 meters squared times the height is 7 meters. Can we see that? Yeah, we're good. We're within the frame. And let's go ahead and square that. So we got 1/3 times the pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, 9 meters squared, becomes 9 times 9, 81 meters squared, times the height of a cone, which is 7 meters. And then everything but the 1/3, let's multiply across. So we get 3.14 times 81 times 7 equals, that's 1780.38 meters squared times a meter is meter cubed. Of course, you could simplify even before you do that. But since we have a calculator, we just follow the procedure. And take that number, 1780.38 or 38, divided by 3. And we get 593.46 meter cubed. What's up? What's up? Now go get some.